Welcome to The Explainer. We're all about breaking down complex topics into clear, actionable insights. And today, we're jumping into something huge, the proven frameworks for preventing AI governance failures and, building real trust with your stakeholders.
All right, so just a quick heads up before we dive in. This is part 8 of our 10-part series, and it's a brief look into a really comprehensive research report from Virtualization Options LLC called How Investors, Regulators, and Business Partners Often Review an Organization's AI Initiatives. Now, as you can probably guess, what we talk about here is just a small piece of what's in the full report. And of course, this isn't legal, financial, or investment advice, and it doesn't come with any kind of warranty, express or implied.
Okay, so let's get right to it with a question that honestly every leader should be asking themselves. Is your AI governance the real deal, or is it just for show? Because the answer to that, well, it has huge implications for your company's valuation, your most important partnerships, and of course, your reputation out in the world.
Because here's the thing, your investors, your partners, your regulators, they're digging deep to find out. The days of just taking a company's marketing claims at face value, they're long gone. These folks are now doing some serious evidence-based due diligence. They're trying to figure out what's really going on. They want to see the substance behind the flashy strategy slides.
And this quote from the report really hits the nail on the head. Effective risk mitigation, it isn't about just one thing. It's not about a single policy you write or a committee you form. It's about a whole system, a framework that covers your governance, your tech, and your company culture. So over the next few minutes, we're going to break down this proven 3-pillar framework for building a risk strategy that actually works, one that creates real value and earns that all-important trust from your stakeholders.
So, let's start with that first pillar. It's all about building effective governance structures. And the key here is starting with a solid foundation, a governance structure that has real teeth, not one that just looks good on a PowerPoint slide. I mean, look at the difference here. On the left, you've got what we can call governance theater. Things like ethics committees that just rubber stamp everything, or policies that are written in some ivory tower and have zero connection to what your engineers are actually doing day to day. And that's the stuff that gets uncovered in due diligence every time. But then look at the right side. That's what builds confidence. We're talking about oversight with real technical know-how, processes that are baked right into the development workflow, and clear lines of authority. All right, that brings us to our second pillar, investing in technical defenses. Because having a great governance structure is one thing, but you've got to back it up. You have to invest in the actual tools and the infrastructure that make managing risk possible when you're dealing with AI at scale. Think about it. You just can't manage the risks of dozens, maybe hundreds of AI models by hand. It's impossible. So the report lays out this essential toolkit. And let's be clear, this isn't some nice-to-have wish list. This is the baseline stuff you need, things like comprehensive testing, bias detection tools, and solid monitoring systems. This is the infrastructure that lets you embed risk management right into your workflows, making the safe way, the easy way for your teams. And hey, let's zoom in on one of these for just a second, explainability tools. These are becoming totally non-negotiable. I mean, if your AI model denies someone a loan or flags the transaction as fraudulent, you have to be able to explain why it made that decision. You can't just say, the computer said no. These tools are absolutely crucial for checking for fairness, for debugging when things go wrong, and, at the end of the day, for building trust with both your customers and the regulators. Okay, so Pillar 3. This might be the most important one of all, because it's not about policies or tech. It's about your people. It's about cultivating a risk-aware culture. You can have the best tools and the most well-written governance documents on the planet, but if your culture doesn't support them, they're basically useless. And this really lays out the roadmap for how to build that kind of culture. It's all about psychological safety. It has to start from the very top, right? Executives have to talk openly about AI risks. You need to create safe ways for employees to raise the alarm, and when they do, you have to visibly follow through. It's about making sure there's no shooting the messenger. When an engineer feels totally safe to say, hey, I think I see a potential bias here, without worrying they'll be seen as a roadblock, well, that engineer just became your single most valuable line of defense. That's how you catch problems before they blow up and become a headline.
So, you do all this work. You build these 3 pillars, solid governance, the right tech, and a great culture. What's the payoff? Is it just a bunch of extra cost? Nope. The report makes it super clear. This isn't a cost center. It's a massive strategic benefit. It actually creates value.
So let's look at the numbers. First up, speed. Believe it or not, organizations with this kind of mature governance actually get their AI systems out the door 73% faster. 73%. And you might ask, how is that possible? Well, it's because they've gotten rid of the guesswork and built efficient, trustworthy processes that people can rely on.
Next up, stability.
These same organizations see 82% fewer incidents once their AI is in production. 82%. I mean, just think about what that means. It's a direct line to lower operational costs, way less time spent by your best engineers putting out fires, and of course, it protects your brand's reputation.
And finally, let's talk about resilience. Because look, things will still go wrong sometimes, but when they do, these organizations fix them for a 64% lower cost. Why? Because they're prepared. They have the monitoring in place, they have the incident response plans ready to go. They're not scrambling.
So the takeaway is crystal clear, right? Investing in real risk mitigation isn't just about playing defense and avoiding disaster. It's about playing offense. It's an investment in speed, in stability, and in overall efficiency. It's about building an organization that's just flat out more effective and competitive. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Right now, as we speak, your stakeholders are forming a story about how ready your organization is for AI. They already have a narrative in their heads. The only real question is, did you write that story? Or will their next due diligence investigation write it for you? The choice, really, is yours.